here again, and we are going to do a stability ball class today. So if you don't have a stability ball, still join in. You can do without the ball, and I'll talk you through that. I'm also going to use weights, but if you don't have weights, it's okay. Any kind of movement at this point is going to be a benefit, right? So I'm going to turn to the side as we get started, because I want you to see the ball's kind of hiding my movement. I'm going to sit back into a squat and then lift my ball overhead. Sit back and lift. All right, I'm turning front. Sit down. Keep those knees nice and parallel and lift. And inhale and exhale. Now, if you can't get down and tap that floor, take it as low as you can. If you can't raise it all the way overhead, take it as high as you can. Just do what you can do today. This is 6. We do 2 more. And last one. Now we're going to take the ball to the hip and turn, have that other opposite toe on the floor, and then switch. So it's just a little pivot with that foot. This is 5 and switch, 6 and switch, 7 and switch, and 8 and switch. All right, now we're going to use the ball to make big circles. So we're going to come down and up. And again, if changing levels is difficult, just keep it kind of in the middle. Pull that belly button in, especially as you lean forward. And reverse your circle for 4. And lift and 3. And lift and 2. All right, I will need cooperation from Lizzie here to do this next part. Okay, we're in a wide stance, okay? And we're just going to let the ball, so as I bring the ball over here, I bend that knee, and then I bend the other knee. I know she's not moving. Bend, and reach. She has a dog bed. I don't know if you can see it in the corner, but she likes my mat better than the bed. I bought that for her like a year ago, and she's never used it. So I guess I should work out on her dog bed. I don't know. Last one each side. Now we're going to take the arm and take it across the body so you can feel that in the upper back, and take it across. Take it across. Take it across. And you're still lunging. You're still warming up that lower body for 4 and switch, and 3 and switch, and 2. Switch it out last time. Reach and reach. All right. I'm going to bring my weights to each side of the ball. And we're going to have a seat on the ball. Okay. And I'm going to pick up my weights. All right. So we need to hold in. It's called stability ball for a reason. You're providing the stability, right? Not the ball. The ball's adding instability. So that's where the work comes in for the core, is holding in and making you sit on the ball instead of falling off, right? Okay, so we have goalpost arms to start. We're doing an overhead press. Exhale, inhale, down. You're doing 8 more. Go lift. Lower. Stop at that right angle. We have 4 more. Go 4 and 3. Lift for 2. Lift last one and down. Okay, we're going to bring our feet right at hip distance apart, and we're going to bring our arms next to our calves. What I want you to do is think about showing me the inside of your wrist. All right, so we're going to exhale, lift, and lower, and lift. And the action is in the upper back. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lifting those arms just helps intensify that action. All right, we're almost done with our first set. There's 8. Count down. Count down 8 and 7. This is 6 and 5. We have 4 to go. 4 and 3. Lift 2. Lift 1. All right, we're going to put one weight down. And we're going to take our feet wider than hip distance. Take the back of your arm to the inside of your thigh. This is called a concentration curl. Lift and lower. And lift. You want to make it harder. Lift your seat up off that ball. Isometrically holding, working those thighs. You still have contact with the ball. Lift and lower. 4, 8, and 7. Lift 6, and 5. Lift 4. Squeeze 3. And I'm always telling my students, make sure that you have weights. Just bring that arm behind you and the palm up. Weights heavy enough that you really feel that. That hopefully that last rep is the last one that you can do. It's called muscle failure, and that's where we get muscle growth. And, you know, the whole thing of women getting muscle bound and huge, it's not really possible. We don't have that much testosterone in us if we're naturally using weights. It's the women that use steroids and really work out hours a day that get big and bulky. So no problem here. And 7 and 8. Count down from 8. Lift, lower, 7. And this is good for your bones too. 5, 4, good for bone density. 3, 2, last one, lift it up and down. Place that weight down. All right, we're going to come with our feet hip distance apart, sitting up. So again, we have to use good posture on the ball in order to stay on top of the ball and not be on the floor next to the ball. So really good posture here. Start by taking your hands next to you, and we're going to push into the ball 3 times. 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to lift up, but not take the contact off the ball, okay? 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. So your hands are here in case you feel like, where's the ball? I'm feeling, you know, unsafe. Put your hands there and then you'll know where it is. But don't lift up. Don't take your legs off the ball, and then you won't feel that instability. Okay, lift. 2, 1, up. And if you're doing without the ball, then you just want to do some squats and pulse 3 at the bottom and lift. 3 at the bottom and lift. 2 more. Up. Now we're going for singles. And you'll notice right away this gets harder. Up, down, up, down, up. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. Last one. And lift and bring it down. All right. So I'm going to go horizontally here. So I'm going to put my weights on either side of my ball. I'm going to sit on my ball. Now, if you don't feel secure here, just come to your floor or your mat. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to scooch my doggy off the mat. Sorry, Lizzie. And we're going to do some chest flies and a few other things here. Okay, So we're going to bring our head, neck, and shoulders onto the mat. So the back of my head, my neck, and my shoulder blades, almost down to my waist, not quite, are on the ball. I'm going to lift up my seat and try to remember to keep my seat lifted just to get that work. It's a little extra. And we're going to lift our weights. Your elbows are out if you can't see too well on that. And you're going to open your arms and then close, working chest. And the benefit of working on the ball is that we go past the 90 degrees we would stop at if we were on the floor. And up. But if the floor is what we've got today, that's fine. Inhale, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale, up. Two more. Then we've got one more set. Go. Open and close. And 7. And close. Lift that seat. 6. And close. And 5. Close it up. 4. And up. And 3. Lift it up. Give me 2. And lift. And last time, lift it up. Raise those weights up. They're separate. They're nice and tall and long and straight. And we're going to bend and press. And bend. This is triceps. And now if doing both arms at the same time is hard, do about a half dozen on one side and then switch. And we have 8 and lift, 7 and lift, and 6 and up, 5, lift it up, 4 and up, and 3, lift it up, 2 more, up, down, and up, and down, and up. We're going to put those weights to the side and get our abs involved now. All right, so if you don't know, I'm also a Pilates instructor. I dabble in a lot of things, but one of the things is we want to make a C curve when we're working our core. So we round our chin to our chest and look down at our belly button. All right, so hands come behind our head and then lift and look down at your belly button and open and exhale and inhale. Don't bring those elbows in because then you're pulling on your neck. Keep those elbows wide. We have 2 more. Then we're going to do an oblique side to side. So we reach side and down and side and down. We still keep those shoulders open. Okay? I'll show you what's wrong. We're not going to bring our elbow in. We're going to keep those elbows open and twist from the waist. Twist and down. Twist and down. 4 and switch. And 3 and switch. 2 more. Go side and side. Last time. Reach side and side. And I want you to carefully come off the ball. And we're going to take the ball to the wall. Okay, so ball to the wall. What we want to do is bring the ball to the center of the ball to the small of the back. Okay? And my legs are away from the wall several inches. So you'll have to adjust if you've never done this before. And we're just going to come down and lift. No ball. Just do some squats with me. This is 6 and up, 7, up, 8 and up. Keep going. 8, lift, 7, lift, 6 and lift, 5, up, 4, lift, 3, and 2. Last one. Now, I'm going to bring my legs to a right angle, that nice right angle. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust and hold. This is going to warm up those thighs big time. Let's hold 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come up. That's a good one for the thighs. All right, we're going to kneel behind the ball. If we don't have the ball, we're going to lay on our mat. I should have mentioned you needed a mat for class, sorry. Okay, so pulling the belly button in, we're going to come over the ball and our hands are next to the ball. We're just going to lift our head and lower. And this is for the spine here. It's for the flexibility of the front and back of the spine. So this is our first level. Let's do 3 more at this level. Lift 3 and down, 2 and down, last 1 and down. Now, if you want to stay here with your hands here, that's fine. You could do genie arms, lift and lower, or you could do Superman arms. If you're feeling super today, you can be on your knees or you can be tucked on your toes, whatever feels best for you. Just do another set. 4 more, whichever level you want to choose. 3 and 2 and last 1 and lower. Come back to those knees. All right, we're going to do a plank. So we got to progress to being able to do a plank, right? So take those arms butt shoulder width apart, and you can just be here on your knees, which is fine. If we're going to progress, we're going to come up on our toes, and we're going to count for 8 and 7. Pull up 6, but don't make a tent. This is taking that tension away from the core. Try to be as straight as you can. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Come down. Okay, the good news is you did 1 set. The bad news is there's 1 more to go. All right, lift up. 8 and 7. 6, pull in, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down to the knees. All right, we're going to do push-ups. So I really like push-ups with the ball because it's easy to change how difficult the push-up is just by your position on the ball. The further front your body goes from the ball, and I'll show you in a minute, the harder the push-up is. The more your body is behind the ball, the easier the push-up is. So let me show you. If I'm here, these are easy push-ups, okay? If I walk my body further out in front of the ball, they're harder. Now, I can't show you a more advanced level because I don't have a lot of space here. So I'm going to go at this kind of mid-level here, and we're going to come down and up. Down and up. 3, 2, and 1, and up. Just hold for a second. And breathe, and inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We have 4. Lift 3, down 2, and lift. Last 1. Carefully walk back with your hands. All right, and that was your push-up. We are going to do glute lifts now, which is kind of one of my favorite things because the glutes themselves are hard to really just target on their own. Usually it's glute and hamstring, but we're going to use the hamstrings, the legs, as the weights and the glutes as the working muscles. So we have our weight in our hands here. Okay, so like your belly button, if I had an x-ray of you right now, your belly button would be pointing right to the ceiling. Okay, so you want the center of your torso right in the middle of the ball. So you're nice and stable. Your hands are right under your shoulders. You're going to squeeze your glutes to lift those legs. So your legs are your weights. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, we have one more set. Count down from 8 and down. That's usually what I do, is 2 sets of 8. But you'll notice sometimes my counting is not good. If I get starting talking, my students just kind of laugh at me. Last one, take your legs further out than your mat. Okay, or wider than hip distance. Then you're going to bring your heels together. So you're in a frog-like position here. And you're going to lift and lower. Now this is a really good one for the side of your seat called the medial glute. 2 more, and then we have 1 more set. Now, if you're lifting and you're feeling your lower back and you don't like that, just don't lift those legs as high. We have 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and last one and down. And my legs are shaking on that, so that's a pretty good glute exercise. Or my glutes were shaking, I should say, not my legs. Okay, so we're going to come side to the ball. So if you want to, or you don't have the ball, lay on your side on your mat or carpet. Okay, so we're going to bring our ball into our hip and then just relax over it. And that top leg is straight and out. And this outside, or inside, I guess I should say, of that big toe is on the mat. And we're going to lift and lower, trying to bring that leg to hip height. But if we're not there today, just lift it where we can. And lift, and lower, and lift, lower. 4, 8, down, 7, and 6, lift 5, and 4, 3, 2, now lift it and just try to hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Yeah, I felt that. All right, hands behind the head. We're going to do some oblique crunches. So what we want to think about is bring the elbow straight to the hip, which is not going to happen, but that's the direction we want to go. We don't want to bring that elbow forward at all. Okay, so it's lifting straight to the side. We're going to do 1 set here. I'm going to show you if you want to progress. 2 more. All right, hands behind the head, down and lift. Just make sure you feel really solid on the ball before you lift that bottom arm. Sometimes I don't do it with both arms. 3, 2, and 1, and down. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Okay, so ball, your hips into your ball. We have that leg nice and long, toe, side of the foot to the floor, and lift and lower. Lift and lower. And 6, 7, and 8. Count down. Go 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. 3, 2, last one. Lift it, hold it. for 8 and 7. Let it shake. Don't be afraid of it. You know when you need to put it down. 2 and 1 and lower. Yeah. That was effective. Okay, remember, elbow out and reach towards your hip. Reach over. Reach over. For 4. Reach 3 and 2 and 1. Add that other arm if you're feeling stable, right? If you feel your balls really moving around on you, don't add that second arm. Safety first. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're coming down onto the mat. Now, if you don't have the ball, you can use a chair or something to put your heels on, because the elevated position of the legs, which I'll show you in just a second, is really effective for working the hamstrings, which again, the back side of the body is harder to work out because we use the front of the body, right? We use the quads, we use the biceps, and those muscles in our everyday life. The back side of the body is just our helper muscles, or they're assisting in the work that the front of the body does, so it doesn't get its own exercise just with daily living. So that's why it's important to work the back side of the body. So we're going to lay down. Okay, so I'm convincing you that this is a good thing to do, because these aren't the easiest. So we've got our legs hip distance apart. Our heels are dug into the ball, and we're just going to lift using those hamstrings. The glutes are involved as well, and lift up and down, and lift up and down. We have 4 and down, and 3 and down. We're going to do one more set. Now this is our base move. So I'm going to move on from this after this 8. And you can go with me or stay here or get a rest, stretch, and come back in for 4. Lift 3 and 2 and 1 and down. Okay, as I said, moving on. We're going to lift. Straighten the legs, bring it in and down. One set. Lift. Straight, in and down. Lift. Straight, in and down. We have 4 to go. Lift. Out. In. Down. Lift it up. Out. In. We have 2 to go, and lift. And out. And in and down. Last time. Now I'm taking it higher, as in difficulty. So we're going to take it out. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. This is 3. Ouch. 4. 4. And 3. This is pretty difficult. Last one. Ooh. Bring that seat down. Bring the legs over the ball. I think we deserve a stretch. So actually walk the ball a little away so your legs are straight but on that slant. We're going to lift one leg, draw it in. We want to try to keep the knee as straight as we can to really get that stretch. Breathe through the stretch. All right. So what we're going to do is the back leg is straight. I should have done it opposite, but I didn't. So we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. If you know what that is, you're going to take your ankle across, but it's not on the knee. See, my knee's down here. I'm on the lower thigh, and then I'm drawing that bottom leg in until I feel the stretch in my seat muscles, which I do. I take sometimes my outer thigh of my supporting leg and tip that out to the side, and I I really feel it quite a bit more when I do that. All right, let's lengthen both legs out and stretch the other leg. So lift it up. Now, I'm not all that flexible, but I can, reach up here. The thing is, if you bend your knee to try to reach, then you've taken the stretch out. So try to straighten that leg as much as you can. If you have like a yoga strap or something, that's helpful in these stretches if you can't hold your leg. Take that ankle across, and then you're going to bend that supporting leg. This is for that seat, remember. And now I'm going to show you the outside of my thigh. I'm going to tip out to the side. And that just, that makes that so much more fun. All right, we're going to sit up. So if you're just on the mat or on your floor, just stay on your floor. Just going to have a seat on the ball. All right, we're going to take one arm across, then the other one, make a hook. And then you're going to push that straight arm into the bent arm and push the bent arm into the straight arm. So you're making tension there. And look over that stretching shoulder. You should feel it all over. You should feel it in the back and also around the side of the deltoid muscle.
Mommy.
All right, reach overhead.
Mommy.
And down, reach overhead and down. Do that 2 more times. And down and over and down. Reach your arms up, bend an elbow. Reach your arms up, bend an elbow. And we're going to take those hands behind you.
Mommy.
Sorry, I'm being interrupted here. But we're done. So I hope you enjoyed that class. And again, we will have new ones on Fitness Fridays. So hope to see you again.